Dust motes danced in the single ray of light. It sliced through the attic's gloom, revealing a forgotten world. Old furniture huddled under cobwebs. Trunks lay forgotten, their secrets buried deep. Then Michael saw it. A grandfather clock, tall and imposing, stood in the far corner. Its dark wood gleamed, untouched by dust. He approached, drawn by its strange allure. The clock face was pale, almost luminous. Numbers swirled, their positions unfamiliar. Two hands stood frozen, pointing straight up at the number 12. He reached out, his fingers brushing against the cold glass. A shiver raced up his arm. Why did this clock feel so different? Silence hung heavy in the attic. Michael couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. He turned to leave, then stopped. A faint sound echoed behind him. Tick, tick, tick. The clock was moving. The hands, once frozen, now twitched slowly backward. Each tick sent a tremor through the room. He watched, mesmerized, as the minute hand jerked closer to the hour. Anticipation crackled in the air, thick and suffocating. Then it struck midnight. But instead of 12 chimes, a single resonant gong shattered the silence. The clock's face glowed, bathing the attic in an eerie light.
What is happening? This can't be real.
The clock face rippled, the numbers swirling like a whirlpool. Michael couldn't tear his gaze away. He felt like he was being pulled into its depths. An image flickered, hazy at first, then becoming clear. He saw his grandfather, a man he'd never met, standing in the same attic. But something was wrong. His grandfather looked frightened, desperate. He was clutching a small silver locket, identical to one Michael's grandmother kept hidden away. The image shifted, revealing another scene. His grandfather was arguing with a woman Michael didn't recognize. Their faces were twisted in anger, their voices harsh whispers. The locket slipped from his grandfather's grasp, falling open to reveal a tiny painted portrait.
No, that's impossible. How can this be?
Michael, you must understand. This clock, it holds the key to our family's past and future.
Michael gasped. It was his own face staring back at him. Section 4. Whispers of the Future, a Family's Undoing.
The visions continued each night.
Michael witnessed moments from his family's past, secrets long buried resurfacing with terrifying clarity.
But something else was happening.
The clock wasn't just showing him the past, it was showing him the future.
He saw glimpses of events yet to come, each one more unsettling than the last.
He saw his family torn apart by suspicion and mistrust.
He saw himself accused of a terrible act, his pleas of innocence drowned out by fear.
And through it all, the clock ticked backward, counting down to an unknown catastrophe.
The visions left him shaken, clinging to the remnants of his sanity.
The clock held him captive, its secrets both a curse and an irresistible lure.
Section 5. The Curse's Grip, a Race Against Destiny.
As days turned into nights, the countdown accelerated.
The clock's ticking grew louder, more insistent, a constant reminder of the dwindling time. He learned of a family curse whispered through generations but never truly believed.
It held the power to reveal the truth and the power to destroy.
The clock, it seemed, was the key.
Each night, the visions became more vivid, the future bleeding into the present.
The line between what was real and what was to come blurred, leaving Michael teetering on the edge of madness.
He knew he had to act, to break the curse before it consumed him and everyone he loved.
But how could he fight against fate itself?
Section 6. Ticking towards oblivion.
The clock now dominated Michael's life.
Its incessant ticking echoed in his dreams, a constant reminder of his dwindling time.
He felt an overwhelming sense of dread, a suffocating premonition of doom.
The visions showed him the final moments, the culmination of the curse.
He saw his family, caught in a web of deceit and betrayal, their lives hanging by a thread.
And he saw himself helpless to stop the impending disaster.
The clock's countdown was nearly over.
The hands ticked closer and closer to their final destination.
His time was running out.
Michael knew he had to make a choice: confront the curse head-on or succumb to its inexorable grip.
He had to act fast before the midnight clock struck its final, terrifying chime.